I'm Peter with Pro-Life Unity and ProLifeNews.tv, and I'm here with Congressman Franks, and we're in front of the Cannon Building here in Washington, D.C., the Capitol right behind us, talking about some important things today. What can you tell the folks out there about the legislation that's being proposed?
Well, today we've introduced the Prenatal bill, or the Prenatal Nondiscrimination Act, and in the face of the bill is very simple. It simply says that you cannot perform or finance an abortion based on the child's sex or race. And that's simple, but I think that it has every chance of passing if we get a fair vote. And then, of course, it has the power to kind of catalyze some thinking on the part of America as a whole, because if we're going to outlaw discriminating against these little children, then we have a hard time doing that without first recognizing that they are indeed little children. And the bill is tied into the 1964 Civil Rights Act, and I believe that it has the ability to kind of tweak the conscience of America and wake us up. Right now there are across the world at least 100 million little girls that are gone because of sex selection abortion. And today in America, probably one of the most astonishing statistics I've ever seen, half of all black babies are aborted before they're born. In fact, some estimates say that more black children now are being killed by abortion than are being born. And it is a statistic that beggars my expression. But somehow we have to respond to it as a civilized society. And this is an attempt to start in that direction.
And one of the issues, of course, is that we have abortion in the first place. So how do we deal with, let's say, having a law that would protect certain classes of people when abortion is there and kills over 4,000 people a day in America?
That's the strange schizophrenia in this law, in this country. The fact that we protect children in almost every case, and it's one of our highest callings. We even protect unborn children in many states. If they get in a car wreck, or they can sue, the parents can sue on their behalf. If someone deliberately kills a child in the womb, they can be charged. But somehow we've lost our bearings when it comes to protecting them against one of the most tragic and cruel procedures, that being abortion on demand. You know, we dealt with partial birth abortion, and it woke America up to the inhumanity of abortion. But yet the truth is that partial birth abortion was not nearly as inhumane as a lot of the procedures that happen every day to hundreds and hundreds of children. 4,000 children will die just today from abortion on demand. That's more than died on 911. You know, that's like a 911 in this country every day. And half of all black children will be killed before they're born. Again, it is a tragedy that beggars description.
And as far as this kind of legislation goes, how do you go about proving that a person's selecting a person for death in the womb?
The same as we do all other discovery. In any crime, you have to have witnesses and evidence, and there will be witnesses to these things. We know that these things occur. The bill even calls on clinic personnel. If they know this, they're legally obligated to report this. And so just the bill being in place will be a great disincentive. It'll be I think it'll be a real deterrence against people aborting children based on race or sex.
Dave Gardner was talking about the YouTube video that was put out that a person called the Planned Parenthoods and was saying that I'd like to donate money specifically to kill black children, and they were eager to do so. This can't be something that can be grandfathered. I mean, obviously the person expressed that desire to help this person pursue his racist goals. So we can't grandfather and go back on something like that. But are those the kinds of cases perhaps you're talking about?
Sure. I mean, if that happens, if that could be proven to happen, this bill would cover that. But you know, it's ironic because abortion on demand, abortion in general, was kind of introduced into this country through the eugenics the whole premise to try to, quote, get rid of unwanteds in society. And now, of course, it's grown across the board to killing every fourth baby of in other words, of all children, 1 out of 4 of them is aborted. And when it comes to black children, half of them are aborted. And I just think that, you know, when you let a tragic thing occur like that, it nearly always grows into something even more evil than it started.
For sure. How can people find out more about this and get in contact with you, perhaps, if they wanted to talk to you about it?
Yes, they can go on the website, just my name, Trent Franks. If they put that in Google, they can pretty much find out. But the important thing is that they begin to tell their friends and to talk to their friends about this tragedy and get involved in ways that they can, understand the implications in the presidential election. We've got one pro-life candidate in the presidential election, and we've got one that says that his first act as president will be to sign the Freedom of Choice Act, which would go way beyond Roe and allow children to be killed for any reason, for race-based, sex-based, anything whatsoever, for no reason, and require the government to pay for it. It is an astonishing dichotomy between one person that values and protects innocent life to the other person that seems to have completely lost his way.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with us. We definitely would like to encourage people to out there get involved. It's up to us to get involved and change things, isn't it? We can't just sit back and watch things happen.
Yeah, generations before have fought so that we could live in the sunlight of freedom today. And it's our responsibility to make sure future generations get to turn their face into the sunlight of hope as well.
Thank you, Congressman Franks.
Thank you.